Hello and welcome to another glorious day here in the UK. In this video I'm going to take you through some of the things I pack when I'm going on an adventure on my Royal Enfield Himalayan. So this is the dry bag that I'm going to put on top of the bike, essentially the bedroom, if you like, of my camping setup. I've chosen an Enduristan Tornado 2L. It's quite a big bag. It works really well when the panniers are on. So the panniers, it sort of just overlaps a little bit. Looks nice and stable when it's all together. So in here are the things that I need to keep dry, and that are things like my sleeping bag and my spare clothes and my sleeping pad. This is a dry bag, so it works like all the other dry bags you'll see out there. It has a roll top closure. Makes it very waterproof, which is fantastic. Nice big opening, and as I say, in here I have a sleeping bag. Now you'll notice that I put these inside individual dry bags inside the dry bag. The Enduristan is fantastic, doesn't let any water in. This is just a bit of added protection, and also it helps if I'm taking it off the bike and if it happens to be raining, it means nothing gets damp. You don't want a damp sleeping bag when you're camping. There's nothing more miserable than that. Also in here, again in their own dry bag, things like spare clothes. I keep a wash kit, and then a really important item that I've come to appreciate more as I've got older and on longer trips is a really good quality sleeping pad. So this insulates you from the ground. I used to have a very lightweight Thermarest that I would take climbing, but I found that, especially as I've got older and a bit heavier, that's not so comfortable, and getting a good night's sleep is really important. So I upgraded that to a Thermarest Neo Air. This is a nice thick pad, and it's nice and large, so you can move around a little bit. The final thing I keep in here, I always keep an extra bag just to keep dirty clothes and clean clothes separate. Also find these are really useful if you're on a campsite where you've got a communal shower block. You know, you can put things in here like your towel and your change of clothes, and you know, you can hang it up in the shower so nothing falls on the floor and picks up water or mud or anything like that. The other thing I'm putting on, this is sort of in front of that bag on the seat of the bike, is my tent, which is a Vango Alpha 250. It's a two-person tent, which I like, gives me a little bit more space. Obviously you can get smaller ones if you're trying to reduce the size of the load on the bike, but I find that this works very well for me. So moving on to the panniers of the bike, I'm not going to say too much about these. These are the Royal Enfield aluminium panniers. I've done another review on my channel which you can go and check out. The only thing I'll add really is I've used them a fair bit now, and I'm really pleased with them. They work very, very well. So this is what I designate my kitchen, if you like. So in here are the things I need when I'm at camp, and I'll start with this. This is a camping chair. It's transformed camping for me. I need now to get off the ground, and this is really nice. It's very light. I absolutely love this thing. This one's made by Helinox, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Being a kitchen box, if you like, you would expect me to have a stove, which I do. I use a Trangia spirit stove, so that I fuel this with methylated spirits. Use this for many years. It's very easy to use. There are no moving parts. There's nothing to go wrong. So a big fan of Trangias. They're a little bit big, but one of the advantages of these is that when you put it all together, you actually got a built-in windshield, which is really important. It keeps the heat where you need it, so it's very efficient. Also in here, obviously food, which I just keep separate from everything in a nice little bag that a friend made me. I put what you like in here. Obviously there's a cup and a bowl or whatever you need, but one thing I would recommend putting in are some rubbish bags. The times I've been camping and I haven't had anywhere to put my rubbish, and I end up putting it in the pannier and it makes a mess. So I now carry these with me all the time, and it just means that you can take all your rubbish away with you and leave nothing behind. Also in this pannier, so there's just a water bottle, water for drinking, and then finally, the last thing I keep in here is just a safe fuel bottle for the methylated spirits that I need for my stove. Moving on to the last pannier, this is, if you like, this is the garage. So in here I keep, well, firstly I keep a pair of shoes in here. These can get quite dirty, so I don't want to put them in my clothes or in with my food. So this box is sort of my dirty box. I keep my shoes in there. And then in here, assortment of firstly security stuff. So if I want to lock the bike up, I've kept this as light as I can get away with. I have a cable and a disc lock. And this is a nice one by Covix. It comes with an adapter that you can buy, so you can thread it through a cable into the lock before you lock it onto the front disc of the bike. This one has an added advantage in that if anyone tries to move the bike, there is an alarm in here which would, you know, alert you or a passerby to someone interfering with the bike. In here I've also got a small pump to be able to inflate the tyres, spare parts, things like bulbs and fuses. And then I'm bringing with me, at the moment at least, a front and a rear inner tube, and then some tools, some sort of additional tools to supplement what's already on the bike. So I've got a very nice Motion Pro toolkit. These things are fantastic, lots of reviews online, so I won't go into it now, but it's a very nice quality piece. I've got a puncture repair kit, so if I do get a puncture in one of my tubes, I can repair that when I get back to camp. Small electrical tester in case there's a problem, that will help me diagnose. And then, you know, your bog standard multi-tool that most people carry. There, I've got some chain spray, which so I can oil the chain. I'll try and find a smaller one than this. This is actually the one from my real garage. I'll try and find a smaller one to take on trips. And then finally, some tyre levers. These are by Motion Pro again. Excellent quality things. Not only are they tyre spoons, but they also have the right socket for the axle nuts on the bike. So it gives you a good lever to be able to undo the axle nuts. And last but not least, something you need on every trip, which is a torch. This is the box I'm having the most trouble with, really. It's difficult to know what to take. Most of these things you hope you're never going to use, but at the moment I'm sort of erring on the side of caution and bringing them, because I know if I need them and I haven't got them, I'll be really annoyed. But it'd be interesting to hear about what you take on your trips. So if you've got any tips or advice for me, please leave them in the comments below.
That's all for another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. I also appreciate all the feedback and advice that I get, so please leave comments below. So until next time, ride safe and I'll see you soon.